like if we just look at the one-to-one counter, the paralyzing cast does feel really good, right? When you throw it onto the IO and then it bounces between the tether unit. But in the grand scheme of things, you probably won't get too much chance to do that. And IG now they pick the Sven against two very immobile hero support like the Lion of Witch Doctor. Like this Sven, he gets BKB, he's gonna run them down. And Bloodseeker is not the best hero to play against the Sven. Like sure you can keep him in place with the Rupture, but if he has God Strain, like what do you want to do against him? You can't just walk out and fight him. And yeah, the Ursa being picked will be like I know, like it's impossible this Bloodseeker is going to be a post one. When the IG's lineup is like that, you need the Ursa to be in the lane, or else the Tidehunter plus Rubik is just gonna ruin the Bloodseeker's game. So Bloodseeker is probably gonna go like mid. Like they need a strong off lane. I'm thinking of like a Centaur or something.
But
like someone.
Don't you think it's a little bit weird? I mean, there's so many single target spellers in a Vici Gaming side. I kind of worry about the AOE teamfight impact.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Vici's draft. Again, this is another draft where it feels like Vici wants to just like they're just focusing on fighting, right? They just focus on skirmishing. You know, we want to cast our spells. We want to kill you off as soon as possible. But for IG, they have so much sustain. Like I would pick the IO over Witch Doctor any day. You know, IO Sven, like they just do way more compared to a Witch Doctor Ursa, like a Lion Bloodseeker. It's very weird.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Vici wants to pick right now. Like Invictus Gaming, they're banning TA, so they are expecting Bloodseeker to be in the off lane.
Vici Gaming.
Yeah, and but still got some good news of this lineup of Vici Gaming. At least Ursa Warrior gonna have a good lane against the Tidehunter. Shadow Fiend has been banned out. That a pretty good ban. We talked about the Shadow Fiend earlier, and been out.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm pretty lost right now. You know, if I'm IG, I'm feeling really comfortable in my skin. Like I'm really happy with the draft I have right now because I have everything. I have strong laning, I have sustain, I have team fight. You know, I can, and of course you have Sven who just flash farms the jungle really fast. You compare the Sven to Ursa or Bloodseeker, like Sven just out farms them, like hands down out farms them. So. Like Vici, they're banning mid laners. Like they ban out Lina, Storm, Void, and Invoker. But if I'm IG right now, I'm thinking of a hero that can push the tempo. You know, like someone like a Leshrac that can really just push the tempo. I have the IO to keep me alive in fights.
Yeah.
And if I play it fast, I don't see how Vici is going to stop me. Like that's what I'm thinking for IG.
That is a very good point, man. Yeah, I could agree with you on that. I mean, if Leshrac can partner up with IO can go to Swain and all those stuff. All they need is just the AOE power. They already have the Tidehunter Rabbit to set up all things.
Yeah, and of course, like none of those heroes, maybe except for Rubik, when he gets ruptured, he's in the most danger. But there's the IO to heal him up. You know, there's the IO to relocate him away to safety. If anyone gets ruptured, you know, Sven, he's just gonna stand there and fight you with God Strain. Tidehunter doesn't care. Queen of Pain. You know, when you get rupture and you blink, you're gonna take damage. But with the IO around, I think IG feels really comfortable either way. The Queen of Pain in general, there's so many targets the Bloodseeker wants to rupture, but there's no real good target just because of the IG draft. And in fact, you know, you give Emo the Queen of Pain, he's gonna be able to play really fast. And most importantly, it's so hard to catch him. Like this Ursa he will never get on top of Queen of Pain unless they lock him down with the Lion. Like Lion has to just hex the Queen of Pain with a blink dagger, like blink in, hex, and they just burst him, or else Queen of Pain is just gonna get away. So in this case, a Lincoln's or maybe a Youth is gonna keep him alive.
Oh dear, no,
Vici picking the Tinker.
Yeah, this is a brand new Tinker. We have seen Tinker yesterday as well, and it was crazy. The keen conveyance and stuff. You don't need to buy a booster travel at all. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy hero. And we will get to see Ori Tinker on this one.
I mean Tinker, I do agree Tinker is nice, but I'm not really sure how I feel about this. I'm not really sure like how Vici is gonna play this. I guess like you get the Ursa, the
Yep.
Ursa lane in the TIE Hunter, he's gonna be fine. But he still has to be careful though, because TIE Hunter Rubik, they're gonna force you out of the lane pretty early on. So DY probably would like get a Sage Mass and get like level 1 Voodoo Restoration just to keep Poyoyo alive. 011, he's gonna face off against Fly. That lane should be fine because like Fly is not gonna die with this IO around. It's up to Emo to really push the tempo once more. Like Ori is not gonna like come online until later on into the game. So I think IG just have a better draft overall.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you. No. Alright. Yeah, I was checking about my audio setup and all looks fine for now. Whew, I am so excited to get into this one, man. Last game of the series, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for this one? We are in the last game of the lower bracket finals to determine which team is going to go to the grand finals. Fighting Aster in base of 5. Next match. For this one, IG on the Radiant side, we have Emo on Queen of Pain, Fly on Sven. Yeah, JT on Tight Hunter, KKiee on Rubik, and Oli on IO.
Yep, and for Vici, Ursa, Poyoyo Ursa, PYW Lion, 011 Bloodseeker, Ori Tinker, and DY on that Witch Doctor. I think this time for Vici, they are not really like I think contrary to game 2, Vici is gonna have a slightly better laning phase. But the question still stands, like how are they gonna play that mid game? I'm really curious what the idea between Vici's draft is.
I think the feeling of you is you feel like the 3 cores are not so connected to each other. You don't see the relativity between the 3 cores, right? It's just like, okay, you play your game, I play my game. I'm gonna do the keen conveyance, teleport here and there, farming up. And the thing is, if you want to say that you pick Tinker for the team fight, he doesn't have the match of the machine from the factory. You need to buy the chart for it.
Yeah, I think you summed it up perfectly. Vici's draft feels like they just want to fight. Ursa they want to get in your face and slap you to death. Bloodseeker wants to do the same. Tinker just want to stand far behind. And it feels so disconnected. That is on paper, and most importantly, Vici they are solely just relying on that brute force more than the utilities. They have like a blind from Tinker, a couple of stuns and disables from the support, but that's pretty much it. And you look at IG, they have a Ravage, they have God Strength, they have everything that they need for a team fight. Whereas for Vici, it feels like they are more of a skirmishing lineup compared to what IG has.
Oh, at the bottom lane, this seems to be the first harass against him, against Sven. Sven throw the Storm Hammer and then 011 using the Blood right away. Deals a lot of damage to Fly, but I don't worry about him that much. He has a heal from the Wisp thing and another Storm Hammer out. He's spending all the spells just trying to lash it against the Bloodseeker.
I think you're right. I think for bottom lane, there's nothing they can do against both Oli and Fly. They can damage this IO, but I don't think they're gonna kill him in any way. Like Fly is just gonna have a field day. Like 011, he has to back off.
Oh, that Storm Hammer almost killed 011. Yeah, seems like it's really a rough fight between the two sides, and then a Blood right dealing damage as well. So when being healed all the time, it's kind of hard for 011 to just get anything out of this lane. However, he has 5 last hit already for 011.
And it's not like Vici has any like hardcore burst to just delete someone, right? You need the Finger of Death, but that's pretty much it. Like everyone else from the side of Vici, Vici, they can't like 100-0 someone. And of course, like Fly has the War Cry. Like you want to use physical damage, like good luck. He's gonna press War Cry, and suddenly they will gain a damage reduction from the armor. So, like realistically, there's no kill pressure for 011 and PYW.
That's true. And that's not sound good. If you are the Vici Gaming supporters, you're gonna need to win so many lanes as possible, at least 2, and probably all lanes in order to have a really good mid game. DY now fighting toe to toe against HusKKiee. He healed himself with a Voodoo's Restoration. Rating.
Yes, trying to mess with the. You look at like the Thai Hunter and Sven, they both are leading last hit chart. I mean, Emo is the one having a slightly tougher time, but that's because he gets lasered every time he walks up close. But it's not gonna affect him too much. Like I think laning in general, the Queen of Pain, with the slight changes to Shadow Strike, now has better sustain. Like every single tick heals you for a flat amount, and he's just gonna stay in lane better against this Tinker right now. And in fact, I think at level 6, like at level 6, Emo just destroys that Tinker.
Ooh. Well, let's see. That prediction is on top. It's gonna be the first blood. JT slammed him out with the ankle smash. I almost missed that one. Sorry about. But seems to be a mispositioning by the Wish Doctor.
Yeah, this walked a bit too far, you know, just overextended a bit. And just a strong laning presence. Like like we can see from the last hit itself, the Thai Hunter, like JT has more last hits than Poyoyo. You know, this whole oppression on the Ursa is not gonna matter too much, just because it's a Thai Hunter Rubik. Like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna lose all your damage if you try to walk up and trade into the Thai Hunter. So JT is gonna have a pretty easy time. In fact, they're going on to Ori.
Yeah, in the middle lane. But Oli is just moving into the middle and support the Emo. Yeah, thank you for raising the point about the JT just now. Yeah. At first we thought it's gonna be an old lane by the Poyoyo in terms of hero matchup, but as the time goes by with that first blood, man, this lane looking pretty good for Team IG.
Yep. It's just defense matrix will reduce a bit of the damage, you know. Ori just wants to stay alive. Oli now goes back to the bot lane. And through all of that, Sven got solo experience, you know, all for himself. Not again, he's not gonna die in any time soon. POW, they're gonna try to harass Oli out of this lane, but it's just so hard, right? You go onto the Wisp, the Fly Fire is just gonna start hitting you. So there's nothing much that they can do. Like, look at this. This is the only combo that they have.
5 minutes part. Game seems to be quite passive. Unless on top, they start the fight right here with the throwing the paralyzing cast and aiming for the JT. They also have the curse on him, Maledict. JT should be fine.
Yeah, it's not gonna die.
Yeah.
I think that was like what, a level 1 Maledict? Yeah, level 1 Maledict does peanut damage, so JT is not too worried about it. And you know, able to walk away from that unharmed. Highest net worth, you know, so far. This Thai Hunter is having such a great time.
Yeah, it is not supposed to be like that. I mean, you're playing off lane and playing against a hero that direct counter to Thai Hunter. But let's take a look at the fight in the river first. Laser and a homing missile. Peel dropping quite low. Emo attacking on him.
HusKKiee is here.
Oh, Peel got away, but hey, HusKKiee coming up from nowhere and using the Fate Bolt on him, setting up the Blood Ride. Are they gonna dive in one for more? Sonic Wave connected and Ori in big deep trouble and die in the tree line. Oh, 11 even joined a team fight at level 4. He's gonna waste his time. And he has to just rush back to the bottom. Meanwhile, a dive on top seems to be a good news for Team Vici Gaming. They strike on the first one. They kill the Thai Hunter, but can Poyoyo survive from Emo chasing on him? Emo, Poyoyo. Hey! That was so close.
They killed JT, but they lost like what, 3-4 guys across the map. I mean, that is good for IG. Emo again able to make those aggressive rotations, and he's killing off the cores. You know, he got a lion, and then he got a tinker, and then he kills off the Ursa. Like,
yeah.
Emo is collecting the hits of Vici's core, and while all of that was happening, like, look at Firefly. They're gonna go into 0-11.
Yeah, 0-11. Deep trouble once again. He's just, you know, running away from the mid lane. back to the lane. He's still level 5. But the next thing he know, when he got back home, well, the home is not belong to him anymore. It's Fly.
It's 5-5's lane now. He has completely taken over the lane. Like without 5-5's permission, 011 can't go. He can't show up in lane at all. And Fly gets a chip vest. I mean, good luck trying to kill this Sven. And he's gonna take the chip vest. We saw Kaka stacking up the camps in the jungle. I think PYW spotted that. Like, he placed an observer ward. The problem, right, is even if they see the stacks, Vici can't steal it. There's no one to take the stacks. The only hero that can do it are all on IG side. The TIE Hunter and Sven. Like, Vici can bring the Ursa and the Bloodseeker, but what can they do? They can't even take the stacks away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hear the hammer sound. I thought some fight happening. Oh, it's Fly slashing the creeps. Sorry about that.
Yeah. A lot of stacks. Holy cow.
Yeah, the sound is so loud. Well. It seems like something up on top. They are aiming for the JT. Definitely, it's 4 players of Team VT. Let's see if they're gonna have enough damage to take the JT down. JT know that they are aiming on him. So
he's not gonna die.
Yeah, he tried to use Ravage just now just to get away, but now he doesn't need to do so anymore. Because Emo is right here. He's all everywhere, jumping in with Sonic Wave and killing spree already for Emo, but the question is, can he get away from that? Poor Yo-Yo, Earthshock in, aiming for the car, laser on him. It's so crazy fight around here. Emo finally died because of the blood right. Next one gonna be the JT, 50% SP, all 11 diving in. Where you gonna go, man? Nice heal by Oli. JT turned himself in, but waiting for the support. It's 4v2, but it's gonna be quite hard to take the TIE Hunter down. Now, however, 011 found a big stack. JT need to do something about that. They cannot lose his stack. Man, their supporter spent like 2 years stacking on that, but all gone. All gone, and JT are quite mad about it, so he decided to just turn himself into the fight. Even Fly joining the team fight, throwing a storm hammer and slash that Ori down. Not looking good in the end for Team Vici Gaming. The fight still keep on going. 011 trying to get in through a tree line. Emo chasing on him, pops some magic wand. He's trying to run away. Maybe picking a little bit of the bounty room before he goes out of that. No, he's not gonna run away from the blinking thing.
Oh, they took some stacks away. You know, the Tinker AoE laser is pretty darn good. But they are gonna lose the mid-tier one. Now IG, they're gonna start walking into the Vici's jungle. And they're gonna take control of the jungle at the same time. I mean, Vici, they won't have much space to farm. Fly is just gonna take his Ancient away. You know, he has the Mass of Madness, he has Ollie on the whiffs. They did lose the big camp stacks, but the Ancient still stands. Like, Fly is just gonna secure this.
Yep. Oh, that's a big one. A lot of dinosaurs over there.
There's still Ravage.
Yeah, maybe this
JT's dead.
Okay. JT is dragging the opponent into Sven, who is farming the stack. This is not looking good for Team IG side. Vici Gaming, but luckily for IG, finished the stack off first. Man, that was so close.
Yeah. Well, JT didn't see any chance to use that Ravage. That's pretty okay. If the members of IG are isolated, it's very easy for Vici to pick them up. Their strength comes from when they are together. And JT died because, you know, he wasn't with his team, just trying to just clear the way, get some farm up in the top lane. But either way, like he's still doing fine. Even after dying like 2 times in a row, he is still second in net worth. He's still ahead of the Ursa.
Yeah, and Sven, guys, one interesting fact about Sven since yesterday games, like I cast 6 games yesterday, 2 best of 3 series, 4 games we have Sven in a game. It's 100% win rate. 100% win rate for Sven. So, can Sven remain that unbeatable hero in I-League Season 2? The questions? Well. Oh, okay. Rubik playing super brave. He teleported down and he go in first. He traded himself with the other team support, giving the assist to Fly.
Oh.
Emo slash off. No, Sonic Wave on 011. Seems to be 2 down for Team VT. Good trade for IT. Also space created for JT to push the top tier 1 tower.
Yep, JT didn't even have to join. He's just gonna take a tower for sure. There's so much space. I mean, and that was IG fighting without the TIE Hunter.
is under
I mean,
attack.
Vici, they set up an ambush, and Kaka walks into it, but he soaked up all of the spells from Vici. And without those spells, Vici can't do much. I mean, Emo is probably gonna walk out of this alive. Even gets a DD rune on the way out. Yeah, he's gonna get the use. You know, something that we talked about. He's gonna get the use. So even if they jump on him, he's gonna use himself to buy time.
That's a good point. All right, let's take a look at the graph a bit. Going up on a high on IG side, both Golden, Esprit, and Earn.
Radiant's bottom
Seems to
tower
be a
is under
very
attack.
good first 10 minutes of the game for Team IG. And, well, I think most of the net worth from Sven. I gotta say that the time management of the supports of Team IG are so good, you know, sharing times between stacking stuff and supporting the cores, saving them from getting ganked. Let's see how the game pan out from now.
Is under attack.
I mean, for IG right now, they have full control.
Oh no, the core heroes of Team Vici Gaming got caught, jumping in by KKiee. Yeah, catching with the telekinesis. That's a good catch. Yeah, and that should delay Tinker's item quite massive.
Yeah, it's kind of a slight setback. Thankfully, he still has his blink. Oh, they're engaged.
Yeah, they are blinking, they're thinking, they're aiming for KKiee. KKiee stuck in an earth spike. Surely the rest of Team ID gonna leave KKiee down. Tidehunter moving in, he still have a Ravage and he activated it. Double damage on Emo, trying to fight the angle to go in, and then last minute decided not to join the fight. Picking up the double damage and just run away, but however, look at that, Sven coming up from nowhere. Oh, Vici Gaming, hey, fly down with a heal, and they're gonna get his buddy as well. Only not in good, he just feather away. Well,
Oh man.
is that a miscommunication between teammates? Because Queen of Pain retreated, and then the other two go in.
Yeah, definitely a miscommunication from IG. If Firefly and if Firefly was in position just now, like earlier, they would have followed out on the Ravage, but you know, everyone was out of position.
Wait,
Oh, no.
and Queen of Pain got in and died too. Killing spree broken. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It seems to be a very easy game for IG right from the start, but now they are dying one by one with team miscommunication there, and they are about to lose the first ages of the game.
Man, IG needs to just calm down a bit. Their strength comes from numbers. The strength comes from when everyone is playing together. And just now we are seeing a good example of fragmentation from IG. They blow a Ravage, no follow-up because, you know, Ori wasn't feeling really confident. Firefly, you know, arrived late. Oh no, Emo wasn't feeling confident, excuse me. Firefly arrived late with Volley. They wanted to burst out the Witch Doctor, but they forgot about the Tinker. Tinker comes in with the laser, blinds the Sven, and they just burst him. PYW is gonna die. You know, a constellation prize in return. The top 3 highest net worth still members of IG. But Vici have effectively bought themselves some time. Those were really crucial kills.
Wow, I just saw the itemizations of Bloodseeker. He went for the full utility stuff with a Rod of Aether first item and trying to get the Aghanim Scepter to just upgrade his Rupture. Wait, seems to be a big fight in the bottom lane. Nice jumping away by JT, setting up the tempo for the race. So coming in with a Sonic Wave, but KKiee was actually the first one to go down. Seems like they don't have enough damage to take anyone down. You are fighting with the Ursa Warrior with the Aegis. Keep that in mind. He's gonna come back for HP full mana. Using the laser already, he's trying to shoot the whole team inside from a long range. And it's gonna be JT juking inside the tree line, still being hunted down by 3 guys. It's DY, 11, and also Pew. Oh, nice lockdown. Now, maybe that's the reason why he went for the Rod of Aether first, and they are going to kill the Tidehunter right in front of the bottom tier 2 tower.
Oh, thank goodness they have the disable. Like JT was about to press Ravage. Firefly, you know, came in, got a kill. It didn't get any kill. It just took out the Aegis of the Ursa, of Poyoyo, and then he just leaves. Emo is hunting for Oreo.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, not gonna get him.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, wow. Crazy game it is. It's really action-packed. We got like 21 kills already in only 16-minute mark. Vici Gaming gonna take the bottom tier 1 tower out. That's gonna even open more space in the map. That means more fight, more smokes, and more big fights.
Well, Vici, they are definitely in a really decent position. And they are winning these fights. I mean,
Yeah.
IG, all they need to do is to fight with the Ravage, right? The Ravage, the God Stray. I still think that when they get the BKB, it's so hard for Vici to do much against them. Like, Vici has a lot of disable, but those are all, manageable with BKB. Like, BKB linkers all over this orb. For IG, the later the game goes, the better it is for them.
Yeah. Good point. Just try to slow down the game and wait for Fly to do the job in a late game. He already has his BKB at the bottom lane. Oh, what's going on here? Ravage used just to stop the ultimate. Yeah, well, you ask me, not really a good usage of the Ravage, and DY even killed him before he died. Now I have no doubt. Wait, on top. Oh, Earth Shock. Oh, wait. Next thing I know, Oli got brought down, and Fly is running away for his life. Peel, hex him, and maybe follow up with the Earth Spike, laser, everything. Double kill for Poyo.
Man, the game is, IG kind of falling apart. It all started from that mid lane fight where they lost the Sven, and then after that they lost Emo. Right now, Vici, because of all those events for the past like 5 to 6 minutes, Vici are now slightly stronger than IG. Even with Ravage, I don't think IG can take those prolonged fights against Vici, simply because Vici have the tools to shut them down. Like, they have a lot of disables, so stun, paralyzing cast. You can't stick together. They have the rupture, and most importantly, the Tinker Blind. The laser just makes the life of Fly so damn hard. Fly needs a BKB, that's for sure. Like, he needs a BKB, and he needs to make sure that he doesn't get ruptured in the fight.
Yep. Oh my. Now I have no doubt why they picked the Witch Doctor. This is actually my first time casting Witch Doctor this year in 2021. I could say that because it is such a rare support in the competitive scene. People saying there are so many better supports in the game. I agree with that, but DY is showing us that, hey, this hero is not washed up. Or he just went back from the forest and training his voodoo thing. Wow, just wow, man.
He's perfected the dark arts of a Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
He's a Plague Doctor now. It's an upgrade. Ori's gonna get his axe as well.
Yeah.
And that's gonna change things a lot. The bouncing lasers, even more rockets. It's just gonna make him so much stronger on this. Not the bouncing laser, but he gets a shrink ray. It bounces once, but remember that the changes for the laser, that it has an AoE right now. That laser alone it's gonna be very troublesome for IG to deal with.
All right. Well, the game momentum keep going back and forth, and we still don't know who's gonna come out this one alive, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to type it down if you think IG is going to win the last game of the series, type 1. If you think VG gonna win, type 2. Do it right now.
Man, IG, they're gonna smoke, but I mean, all they are gonna find in the bottom lane is just the 2 supports. I mean, still something.
Oh, wait.
But if you're IG, you want more than that.
Yeah.
Like, POW breaks the smoke, he's gonna blink. They have a ward at the stairs. They're gonna lose DY, but that's pretty much it. I mean, you lose DY at the cost of a 5-man smoke from IG, they would take that every day. And you can see, immediately after DY died, the POW, he's gonna buy a smoke and see, like, Vici, they're just waiting for the opportunity to jump on IG right now. Oh, top lane.
Yeah, top lane diving in a little bit deep dive, but that is because Vici Gaming already lost a top tier 2 tower. Yeah, this is not looking good for Team Vici as well. They kind of lose control of their own NC. Sorry, jungle.
Yeah. Courtesy of Fly and Oli. I think they were the one who took out the tier 2 in the top lane. But POW and POW has the blink, so they can't catch someone off guard. Oli is in a dangerous position. They're not gonna find him, thankfully. Like, they still have the tier 1 up. So that's the saving grace for IG. That mid tier 1 is super important. But we are seeing, 011, like you say, going full utility, He's gotten the axe right now, so 2 rupture charges. It's gonna make the fight even harder for IG.
2 rupture charges here. But right, an auto stun. He's on the way to BKB. You know, as the longer he stays in the fight, more chance for him to see some low HP target and just start striking on them. I'm gonna leave to see you all die. You say? Oh, 11. And
smoke.
big smokes. Oh, nice catch by PYW, jumping in with a hex first. But killing Kaka would be hard because he's not alone. He's with Emo. You also need to be careful that Emo to just turn in and long range using the Rod of Atos, Earth Shock, then follow up. Dominating for Poyoyo.
There was not much
It
fight.
just runs them down. It's fine, you know, Kaka alone drew the attention of the entirety of Vici. So I think that the fact that everyone else from IG got away is great. And we haven't seen Fly for a while. He's farming up a storm. Let's see. He's gonna go for the Crystallis next. Echo Saber ready as well with a fresh BKB. This next fight is gonna be huge for IG. Like they're probably gonna wait for Kaka to respawn and then they will try to smoke up and contest Roshan. That's their best bet because their team fight I think is still considerably better than Vici if they pull it off.
Alright, I think the next key thing is the second Aegis of the game, which is going to be Aegis and also an Organism chart. So Vici Gaming looking to do a smoke seems to be a perfect timing for them because if they can win this big team fight, they can just go straight and get the Aegis right after that. But hey, nice relocate away, a good save by Oli. But let's see if Oli can get away from that. He staying in the middle. Right now, he feels like he's like a ham in a sandwich. But he got away actually. The bread is not going to wrap on him.
And Fly just got bursted. Didn't even get to use his BKB.
Oh.
They relocated him, but I think
Die because of Maledict.
the Maledict and the Rupture killed him.
Oh.
That was so unfortunate. I feel like the distance of the relocate was a bit too short, so he actually triggered the Rupture. Like the Rupture killed him. Oh man, that was so unfortunate. I think if Fly survived, they would have counter-engaged because they have the Blink Ravage ready. Now they have to wait for Fly to come back to life. And Vici, they're just gonna back off. They're in no rush at all.
Yeah. So close. Closer and closer to the next Aegis. And let's take a look in terms of vision. Which side is better? Of course, it's VG. They have a vision surround here on the high ground. If the Aegis fight breaks out, IG securing the area around the Roshan pit, getting ready for the big fight. JT whip himself in. This one is so crucial fight.
Yeah, it's going for the Satanic next. For Fly. It's good to dispel, you know, you can dispel the laser blind. What? IG, ideally they want to smoke up and do something. Like, you can't just walk up high ground like this. Like, if they walk up high ground like this, Vici's gonna destroy them. In fact, Vici didn't gonna smoke up.
No. This one, guys, are you guys ready for the most important team fight? Maybe in this series. Possible using the defense mechanics. Defense matrix, I mean. On Poyoyo. Alright, they find that. Oh my, that's the worst thing that could happen to Team IG. The core is in danger, but hey, got away. Is he gonna make it this time? Yes. But
Stolen Rupture.
They are waiting and have to go in first and using the Raven and aiming once more the BKB for Poyoyo. He will be fine. Earth Shock in order to roll it over. Rolling, the semi hitting. Oh no, and it's gonna be Emo. Can he be broken? However, Fly still trying to find the target. JT using the gun in order to slow everyone down for Fly to slap them all off. It's double kill for Fly. They're trying to clean it all up. It's 2 for 2, so I believe that we will get to see round 3 real quick because they cannot, both sides cannot afford to lose his Aegis. Cheese, not cheese, and Aghanim shot.
Man, that is a huge win for Vici. They only lost their support. And they forced a buyback from JT, who blew Ravage. They got a Ravage Sonic Wave combo, but they could not kill anyone. That was just... And even Rupture was stolen by Kaka. but they still did not have the damage. But now with those ultimates, now I think Vici, they are happy to fight this.
Radiant's bottom
Oh,
tower
Yo-Yo already got inside and setting up the blood right as well. Jumping in for JT, but he doesn't have the ravage. That's not looking good. Poor Yo-Yo. Poor Yo-Yo. Trying to fall them all away. 70% HP for the Aegis. Who is going to get the Aegis and Aghanim charts, which is going to be super important to set the game momentum from this 10 minutes on. Poor Yo-Yo is the one who's fighting the Roshan. But the rest are Team IG. Yeah, they want to move in. They want to steal it from them. And now they're smashing the Aegis into making it. Poor Yo-Yo got the Aegis in the end. That's not looking good. Fly will die in the pit. And the rest of Team Vici is pushing out, trying to clean them all out. Oli spreading out. Kaka leaving his friend. Not gonna make it. It's 2 down for Team IG. VG won the most crucial fight.
What?
Radiant's
That
middle
was so
tower
weird from
is
IG.
under
I mean,
attack.
Fly, he just blinked in. I guess he thought that Roshan was about to die, but even then, it was like IG. They were not ready for that fight at all. You can see that like JT, he was far from his team. There had no ravage. Sonic Wave, wasn't even used. Actually, they were doing so fine. They were poking Vici out of the Roshan pit. They were just trying to, be a
Radiant's middle
nuisance.
tower has
But
fallen.
once IG pulled the trigger, everything just fell apart. I mean, Vici now, they have a 8k goal lead. And I believe that was the second Roshan. So Roshan and an X shot. That X shot probably is going to go over to was it PYW? Who did they give it to? They gave it to Witch Doctor. So he gets the Voodoo Switcheroo. So even if Fly right now wants to go onto DY, DY is just going to press Voodoo Switcheroo. He turns into a Death Warrior himself and to buy time for his team. They have a gem. So I like what Vici is doing. They're using the gem to clear out vision. They're regaining control of the game. And remember when I said early on that Vici is just stronger than IG because of that one fight? This is the exact proof. IG cannot fight Vici anymore.
Oh no, man, that sounds so painful if you are the IG supporters in this such a 50-50 game. Anything's still possible. 8k ahead for Team Vici Gaming, but IG still try on.
Dire's middle tower
They
is
get
under
the outpost back on top,
Radiant's bottom tower is
and
under
they
attack.
are
Radiant's
getting ready
bottom
to
tower
fight.
has fallen.
But at the same time, Vici Gaming destroyed the bottom tier 2 tower, getting the outpost back as well. On the next fight, if it breaks out, it's going to be quite disadvantage for Team IG because
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Urza Warriors still have the Aegis of Immortal and on the way to Civil Edge.
Oh, I guess your
That's
100% win rate for Sven is going to end with this game. At this rate, I mean, IG, they need a godlike team fight. They did
Radiant are
everything
scanning.
right at the Roshan pit and it still went wrong. Now, Vici's gonna smoke up. They're gonna find IG.
Yeah, they're going to find IG. They see the target already, Poor Yo-Yo. He was silenced, but it doesn't matter.
Thank goodness Emo got out. Like, if PYW
Yeah.
got that tax off, like, Emo is dead. Now, counter smoke from IG. This is gonna be hard because Vici have the high ground. The only person they can find is probably PYW. And if PYW ends up breaking the smoke, Vici's gonna win this fight. Or maybe DY, like either one of them. They will
Looks
fight
like-
DY.
Yeah, it looks like both sides using the different formations. For Team IG using the spearhead formation,
Oh, they got
while
fly.
Vici Gaming trying to wrap them around. That's not looking good. PYW trying to stay nearby the outpost, and the Ravage
Ravage.
comes out. Seems to be a very good one. Oh my goodness, this is a great charge by Team IG. Maybe they can turn the game around, but maybe it's too soon to say though, because IG doesn't have enough damage to finish everyone off. Next thing I know, IG down for 3. Emo got away, but it's such a big loss, man, and they are the one who started the fight.
Oh man, they almost killed 011. We saw how much damage Fly did. Like, he swiped 011 2 times. And only the best survived. Like, the thirst was so beneficial. Ori got like a 2-man laser. He brought the Ayo and the TIE Hunter down to like what 20% health, and it allowed the thirst to activate. So 011 just ran away as if he's driving a
Radiant's
Ferrari.
middle tower is under attack.
And at that point, IG were already so committed that they have no choice but to continue the fight. And what ended up happening was, again, IG getting a 2-3-man Ravage. They throw everything and all they got was a Witch Doctor. It's
Oh
so
no,
not
a
worth
great
it.
setup once again by PYW with the Earth Spike on 2. And Poyo Yo with the Earth Shock in. diving in a little bit too deep if you ask me, but yeah, they can.
Guys did.
Oh, multiple target laser by Ori. It seems like we have to take our words back in the drafting table, that these cores are not so connected to each other, but when it's come to execution, it was perfect synergized.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's more on IG than it is on Vici. I mean, Vici played an amazing game. Vici played, like, don't get me wrong, Vici played amazing Dota with a draft that, you know, felt very disjointed. But IG, you know, just one too many mistakes, the whole game crumbles. And you know, it all started from that mid lane fight where they blow a when you know they blow a Ravage and they decided that they're gonna back off. It's just a communication break now. And after that, Vici they took control of the game and they never looked back. Now, and because of that, you know, Ori got to recover. Poyo became huge. 011 just had the game of his life. Whatever IG did early on doesn't matter anymore. I like we've seen 2 times in a row. IG got a full combo and no one on Vici died.
Radiant structures are
The way that he used the Blood Right, the Rod of Atos first item, and the usage of the item, it's just so perfect for a Bloodseeker. He also got away from so many hard situations, always being aimed by Fly Sven, but yeah, always got away.
They have the Aeon this on PYW, and they have the Aghanim Shard for DY. So both supports now have a way to get to avoid the Sven. It's easier for DY because he has a Voodoo switcheroo, like the Aeon this cooldown is gonna increase every 20, like increase by like 25 seconds every time it pops.
Alright, this might be the last one. They need to win this one for Team IG. Perfect combination between the Stormhammer and also the Rabbit to get rid of 011 first, but they also that loss at Fly trying to find the target, but he's still getting kited on. Finger of Death from PYW, kill JT the 4. And now look at this one. What a calm game by Tinker. He keep on rearm and laser people. My goodness.
This game is pretty much done. They have nothing left. 011 bought back for that. I mean, they still
using
the
another Rupture Fly on the Silverledge, aiming for the support, but it seems like PYW holding on a gem. Die without the buyback. Oh my god. Ultra kill for Poyo. They didn't know what Pew got a gem.
Yeah, they like I don't think IG know that Vici had a gem for like at least 15 minutes. Remember when they first got the first Aegis, they already had a gem? That is the value of the gem. It took out all the vision of IG, and we just saw Fly ran in without knowing that. Poyo is gonna go for the late rampage.
Oh, that's crazy, man. That the defense matrix, such as, my goodness.
Wow, I guess no more 100% win rate for Sven, that's for sure.
Oh my. Wow, that Tinker. Maybe this is the full power of Tinker. Yesterday we got one Tinker game, but it was a lost game. But this one, now we get to see Tinker standing in a perfect position. He's playing it like a quarterback, stays behind the offensive line, using the defense matrix on the offensive line, and spamming laser.
Yeah, look at this. He is like a full-on cyborg. You know, he has everything. Like you want a laser, he gives it. You know, you want some heat-seeking missiles, he has it as well. You're in danger, he puts a shield on you. Like, and he has a hex. Ori does everything. You know, he's your best buddy. You can always rely on him. I mean, IG now their only ticket again is to do the same thing. Get a good Ravage and just blow up the target. You definitely cannot kill PYW in one go because his Aeon this will always keep him alive. They kill 011, he bought back. But there's so many targets to go for. Like you cannot just kill one and ignore the other. If you kill 011, like Ori is gonna hex you, you're gonna straight up die. You want to go. It feels like if you don't kill the Tinker first, you have no chance of winning. IG, this is their last chance. Like they're really their last chance to win. The Roshan is up.
Alright, it's sending the Blood Right. They already sent Poyo inside of the Roshan pit. He has 3.6k with the defense matrix and also the BKB ready to be popped. Fly. Well, draw the Roshan out. This one is gonna be
Radiant's
AG's
middle
cheese and
tower
also
is under
Aghalim's
attack.
blessing. Super important one. If IG wants to turn the game around, still got chance. I would say that they still have around 30% chance to win this game. But
It's so hard.
yeah, but that means they have to win this one pretty convincingly. Let's take a
Oh,
look
here
at
they
this
go.
one. Turn on here. Got Swain turn to BKB as well, and the one who started
Wait
first
for
is actually Poyo. Get rid of Kaka. No more telekinesis. Do you even lift? Alright, Poyo standing up to the high ground. Oh no! Sonic Wave doesn't deal that much damage, and it's a GG call from Kaka. Everything was so shambles for Team IG that forced them to call it, and Team Vici Gaming get into the grand finals. Congratulations!
Oh man, IG dropping the ball. And that last fight was desperation. You know, they have no chance. They have no choice but to try to force a fight. But like we both know, it's gonna be pretty hard. Not only is Vici ahead, the fact that Vici, you saw how they position, right? They put Poyo in front.
Yeah.
Everyone else just stands behind it on the high ground. Like even if IG goes in for the engage with the Blink Dagger, they are only going to find the Ursa, and they will not have vision of Vici at all. Vici had the gem, so there's no way IG gets vision of them. Vici, they were just in a better position overall.
Oh my goodness, what a crazy series it is, man. Right from game number 1, I believe that this, the highlights or the replay of this series will be up on the internet real soon. Man, I suggest you guys just watch it back. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in, and that is our first match of the day. We still have the grand finals best of 5 between Team Aster versus Team Vici Gaming coming up real soon, guys. So stay tuned. We're gonna hop into the break and we will be right back for the grand final match, probably in 10 minutes. This is me, Xyclopzz and HusKKiee. Stay tuned, guys.